Okay, Coach, we're in the so-called rock and roll capital of the world, Cleveland, Ohio, at First Energy Stadium on the shores of Lake Erie. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cleveland Browns. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This one taken from the 7. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Okay, just like that. Just go.
And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
At the 30-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Off the play fake. Herbert. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff would be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A first down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there, so that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 38-yard line.
Check out. 90. Focus, defense, focus.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Check 4, check 4.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to...
And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns' drive about to get started. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know. We know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Luck. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Check. Motion out of the backfield. Motion out of the backfield.
Luck. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
3rd and long, it's Luck. Going deep this time for Miller. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Ready to break.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Come on, set. 70, Indy. Ready.
On 3rd down, Herbert. He's going to look deep for more. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now.
Slam. And 58 is a mic.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd down now, it's Jones. And he stopped immediately there. You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Now Luck. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Anthony Barr able to record his 5th sack of the season.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, something to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10.
Hey, let's go.
Throwing on 1st down. Herbert. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Uchenna Nwosu make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot. That they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation allows him to get home.
And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a 1st down.
Good job.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Here we go. 8 read. 50. It's a party now. Protein spill. Alert 3. Joker. Check. Shoot.
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Hey, exit. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Guys, it's game now.
From the gun on 3rd down. Herbert. He rifles one that's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right?
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball. Deuce.
Out of the gun. Lock. And got his man complete. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Let's go, D. Hey, Charlie. 58's the money. 58's the money. He's tired of me. He's tired of us. And 58 is the mic. Go 58's 12. They're running it. 58's the mic. 58.
Here's Love. Got an open man. It's a noon run. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
To the air again. Love.
Let's go, D.
He's got it to Hilton. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line.
Let's go.
Luck to Hilton on the hook up there. And even 40 yards.
First down. First and goal at the 2-yard line.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Back. Rushing.
They'll try to run it in with Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. 1 back in the game, that's Jones, 2nd and goal. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They get it to him running left. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Hey, 58 is a mark. Hey, quick. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Hey, orbit.
Now lock on 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Let the back judge right there to say incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down as his Cincy defense stands up on 3rd. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points, and now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the 2nd half.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready, set.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Hey, Haywood.
Back to throw. Herbert escaping the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on third down.
Hey, team 6. Team 6. Hey, we got Mike 50. Mike 50, huh? All right. Here we go. Let's go, Let's go.
Operating from the gun. Herbert. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
Set. 18 Gator. Let's put that team on the bus. Look at me. Zipper. 50's the money. Hey, Foxtrot.
On first and 10, Herbert, nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, the teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They come up on second and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Looking to throw. Herbert, and a pressure gets to him again. D4 in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Third down.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Back to throw. Herbert, and going deep for Hill. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Here's Logan Cook now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
Here we go.
At their own 36-yard line.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. The Browns drive about to get started. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still found themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose one or two.
At the 31-yard line.
Come this way, here we go.
On 2nd and 11 now. Luck. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 17-yard line. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. T.Y. Hilton, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Herbert. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
On 3rd and 2, Martinez. And that is incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll run it with Jones. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Ready! 11 feet. And 58 is a mic. Go 58. 5. 58 to Mike. 58 to Mike. You don't want none of that. Get it. Pick up the ball.
From the 25 on 2nd down. Luck. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Well, a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati 1st down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Down. 70, Indy. Let him know. X3, 218, chopper. Check. Check. Go.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
60 Pittsburgh. 50, Mike, 50. Let's get off the field.
Off play action. Herbert. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Throwing it on 3rd and long. Herbert, he's going to swing this deep downfield. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, no matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner, and with good timing, you get a completion as we just saw there.
Here we go again. Here we go again. Say. Switch.
Lock on 3rd down. He's got his man, T.J. Hawkinson. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. And we're back now here in Cleveland. Knotted up here at 10. That's our score as we begin quarter number 4. Luck now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Luck. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Anthony Barr in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. And that'll make it third down.
Line 40! Here we go. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Everyone's got foot. Strong right. Check 24. Check.
From the gun, here's Love. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender. But you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Returning it is Moore. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Bengals drive about to get going. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
He's going to rifle one deep, and that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 34.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain.
Hey, yo, go! 50's a mic, 50's a mic. Go.
Now the pistol. It's Fournette. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Second and 15. It's Hill, complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
This is a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
6 guys. Hey, Delta.
Throwing is Love. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. Now what? Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Here we go on fourth. And that is incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Yeah.
Now Leonard Fournette. I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
That's it. Big hit.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Again, it's Fournette. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
19 yards that time for number 19.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They'll toss it to Fournette. Fournette, first down, still going. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Leonard Fournette with touchdown number 7 on the year. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly controlled right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Kill. 12.
Luck now to throw. It's complete to Golden Tate. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Complete to Hilton. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches.
11. 58's the money. 58's the money. Go. I got you, son. Hey, 58 is the mic. Go, 58's the mic. Watch the screen. 12. 58's the mic. 58's the mic.
Lock. Now a hit and Lock lost the football. It's out, and the Bengals grab it past the 20. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that will get them one closer. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Back to throw. Lock. A dump underneath to Jones. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
Watch the screen.
Here's Lock. 20. Newell's got it, complete. A game there of 30 big ones.
Let's go.
Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
From the red zone now, Lock. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
Well, he's been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
2nd and 10, Luck again. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going, and they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. On the run, it's Fournette. He's got a first down past the 30, and he'll take this all the way up to the 38-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets pretty